Back, it's the Borders and Borders Hotline. Bob Pompeani, Gene Collier with you right here on the Sports Call. Let's go back out the lines. They're jumping tonight. Will in Penn Hills. Hey, Will.
Hey, how are you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, my question was, do you believe Todd Haley is the only one that makes the play calls, or do you think they're divided between him and Tomlin ahead of time, or how do you think it's played out? And does it stay with just a running game, a pass game, or both, or how do you think it's determined which play is called?
Yeah, I think it's a collective. I also think Ben Roethlisberger has the autonomy to make changes when he sees fit to do so, Gene. So when people criticize play calling, I think they need to understand that we really don't know who's making what call at what time. It could be Haley, it could be Ben, it could be both, it could be Tomlin.
I think the the basic plan, what they want to do. I think Tomlin has some input on that, but I think he gives a lot of autonomy to Haley. But once the game starts, Ben has Ben can change plays. So you don't really know. All you have to remember is a play that works is a good call, and a play that doesn't is a bad call. It's stupid.
It's always been that way.
That's the way it's always been.
Yes. North side we go. It's Chris. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
I just wanted to make a comment about Haley. The thing about it is, I think people's giving him far too much flack. I mean, when he first came in, we jumped all over him, but had it not been for the way Haley has been redoing this offense, Ben would have wanted to retire a long time ago, because he doesn't get hit hardly nearly as much as he used to, and it's really prolonged his career if he still wants to continue to play. So I think people need to give Haley a break. It's football. People yell at each other.
Yeah, but I think your point is well taken, and that is, thanks for the call, that he has succeeded in taking hits away from Ben Roethlisberger, which was one of the problems they had with Bruce Arians. And so they made that and look, coming into this last game, he had sacked 10 times. Every year in the last 4 years, it's been a reduction in sack totals. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Haley is here. I mean, the Rooneys kind of ran out of patience with Bruce Arians, because Ben was always trying to extend the play, always trying to run around. Now, another part of that is Ben has gotten older, too. So Haley doesn't get all the credit for that. The offensive line gets a lot of it. They've really matured at the same time. But I generally agree with the caller. I mean, I'm always willing to criticize the offensive coordinator, and as I said earlier, I already fired.
You fired him, yeah, you did.
But I generally agree with the caller. I don't think he deserves all the criticism he gets.
Mark D on Twitter says, we are living in a time warp. Pip is 0-2, Duquesne is 2-0. Is this basketball of the 1960s? Well, we're going to find out too in the city game, because Duquesne beat them last year.
Yeah, that's right.
And they'll probably be favored to beat them again this year. And on that note, let's go out to Matt and Shaler, who wants to talk college basketball. What's up, Matt?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you who's deleterious is that Pitt head coach. Why does he still have a job? He's terrible.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the circumstances too. There was kind of a bare cupboard. I think Gene makes a good point. He's been not shy about criticizing his own players, maybe to the point where it's become a fault. But he's got to redo and start over. So the question is, how long do you maintain him as your head coach, especially with a new athletic director, Gene, who did not hire him?
Yeah, I don't think Kevin Stallings is going to get as much rope as you would give the normal new hire in a clean slate situation. I mean, the whole movement to get Jamie Dixon out of town never made any sense to me. Now you're in this situation, you're two athletic directors and one basketball coach later, and you're looking really at a season where they're going to win, I think, 3 or 4 games total.
That could be something. Only 4 ACC games last year. We'll see what happens this year, but they're off to an 0-2 start. We'll take a break, come back with more right here on Pittsburgh CW.